What's going on, guys? Million here, and today, it looks like I was right. We have a confirmed state of play coming tomorrow, February 12th, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you don't know what that translates to in your time zone, just, go look that up real quick. But it is confirmed there's a state of play tomorrow. So just real quick, I'm talk about what things we might be able to see tomorrow. So a state of play right now is like, pretty huge, right? We have a lot of different games that we're hoping to see and that, some that are just a little bit expected. Of course, the main ones being Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yotei. Now, these two games have, been showing off recently a little bit within the past year, and it is the perfect time to show us the release date for either or maybe even both, if I'm being honest. Now, I did just also release a video talking about a God of War remake trilogy for God of War 1 through 3. And a lot of people think we're actually going to see that tomorrow. And if so, that would be the greatest state of play ever. But just in case it's not, let's be, a little more realistic and reasonable right now. So obviously, it might come as a bit of a surprise to some of you that we're getting a state of play, especially if you didn't see in my, video. But Nate the Hay actually hinted towards a state of play coming during the week of Valentine's Day. I think about a week ago now. So for people who are, a little more in that community, it wasn't too surprising. So in my video that I made, I said that I think it's more likely that we'd see Death Stranding 2 because Ghost of Yotei, kind of just got shown off just a few months ago. And that seems like a game that would be more so their holiday release. So they could wait till the summertime to show off a release date for that. While Death Stranding, they showed that off, I think about a year ago now. So now is the time for an exact release date and maybe for our launch within the next 6 months, I feel like. So besides those two games, though, obviously, like I just discussed, God of War Remake Trilogy. Now, I think this is the biggest one that people are hoping to see. Obviously, we know Naughty Dog is not releasing anything. They're on Intergalactic right now, so we're not going to see a brand new Uncharted or a brand new The Last of Us. The only thing that may be possible, if even a tiny bit, would be an Uncharted 1 remake like myself and many others have talked about. But again, we're being a little realistic here. So I think that out of all the things that us fans want to see, something that we could actually see is probably the God of War remake trilogy. There's been a lot of rumors going on about that, and honestly, I think it'd be perfect to release right now, or within the next few months, I should say. We got the Valhalla DLC, December 2023. It's going to be a couple years before, we get the next installment in the actual mainline story. And so the best way to kind of fill up that gap of time is to remake the first three games. And like I said before as well, the first game especially heavily needs the remake. Now, 2, of course, is, older as well, but it definitely is a little more refined when it comes to controls and mechanics, but it gets to use the upgrade, of course. Now, 3, on the other hand, I don't think it needs the remake. The remastered game looks great, still controls pretty well for its time, and the graphics are honestly just good enough where we don't need an entire remake on 3. I think 1 and 2 would be great, of course. 1 through 3 would be perfect, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they necessarily need to spend the resources and time on remaking 3. Of course, like I said, it'd be sick to see that opening Poseidon fight in these 2025 PS5 graphics, but it's not something that we absolutely need, Now, of course, it is still a state of play after all, so it's going to be filled up with, those indie games and all that stuff, because they can't just show off AAA after AAA banger, of course. And honestly, some of these state of plays these past couple of years haven't really been the greatest, so I really hope that, this one is, amazing. Especially after the Xbox and Direct that we had the other day. Shoot. Sony needs to come with a banger. Multiple bangers, if we're being honest. We need, a God of War 1 through 3 remake announcement, and maybe a Ghost of Yotei or Death Stranding 2 release day, or hell, even throwing Marvel's Wolverine in there. If I see that game there, I would genuinely cry. I'd even think it was real anymore, but we're going to just, hope we see that. And for any other diehard Uncharted fans out there, there's a 1% chance we might just see an Uncharted 1 remake. Let's all cross our fingers and pray, okay? And also, before I wrap this video up, I just want to say, guys, of course, we all want to see GTA 6, but it is not going to be shown tomorrow. We just have to be completely honest. Rockstar and GTA 6 can stand up on its own. They could release that trailer on a random Thursday afternoon at 4:16 p.m. and they still get probably 100 million views on the trailer and a lot of traction. They do not need an event like, the State of Play or Game Awards to really get traction and views for it. Obviously, let's hope we see some amazing things tomorrow, but don't get your hopes up too much. when it comes to stuff like, GTA 6. Now, that's all, guys. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Please stay very safe, stay loving, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's have fun tomorrow, all right?